Good morning. Welcome Commissioners Court, regular session, September 22nd. We have a full quorum present. Carrie certified meeting was probably posted. You'll please rise for prayer and pledges. James Green.
Our Father, we come this morning and humbly bow before you, seeking your presence in this courtroom, that you may guide these gentlemen in the direction that you would have them go for the residents of Walker County. Father, we thank you for your presence. We thank you for all that you do for us. Father, we lift up Miss Mary's family at her passing. Father, we just pray for her family. Lord, we ask, Lord, that you strengthen them, that you guard and direct them, that you guide them. Father, we just are saddened with her loss. But Father, we know that you are in charge of all things. Father, we place our trust in you. Father, we ask that you go with us as we continue this court, and may your will be done. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Flag of the United States of America, for which it stands, nation, forever, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one.
I didn't receive any citizens input. Anybody got any? Perfect. That agenda contains 17 items. We're pulling number 4.
Yes, sir.
Any others?
Okay. I'll make a motion to accept the consent agenda, pulling number 4. Second.
I got a motion and a second. All in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. Number 4, approve payments of claims and invoices submitted for payment.
On page 8, and this may be, we have a representative from the jail sitting back here. What is the Time Clock Plus LLC bill? What is it?
That's the scheduling system for the jail now.
That's what we approved in the new budget.
Okay, so it's new.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I couldn't remember ever seeing it before, so.
It was called the lag text, brought it up to you, but it's remains kind of plus.
Oh, so you blowed my mind by doing that. Thank you, sir. I got one more. This may be, I don't really know who to direct this at, but on page 10, maybe Patricia, maybe you can help me with this. We paid Haney, Pascal, and another couple attorneys for tax suits. I thought we pretty well did that through Purdue.
We normally do. There are several there. Let me follow up on that. This may be the distribution of the funds, but I'll find out.
I'm just curious because normally we don't see this.
Yeah. It could be they were served first, but I'll follow up and get you.
All right, thank you. Danny, I think's got a question.
One more, Mr. Patricia, on page 4. This, top of the page, Egan Boston Public Sector, what is that?
That's the insurance, like Aflac replacement.
Oh, yeah. I knew that name sounded fun.
Question before the meeting. So
It's
yeah.
okay.
Sorry.
All right. Maybe I'll remember not to ask it again.
It blows
I
my
ain't gonna
mind.
guarantee nothing. Sounds good.
All right. Make a motion to approve agenda item 4 to pay the claims.
Okay.
Motion and second. All in favor? Motion carried. 18, discuss take action on purchase or lease of a Canon copier for jail booking.
The main copier that we use in the jail, in the booking area, is just quit. No longer fixable according to the maintenance guy. And you need to replace it. That's where we're at.
Fund, Tricia?
Sure.
Or the funding for it?
The funding, we have a special fund for replacement of copiers, and I'll go on the record again as preferring a purchase to a lease.
Well, that's where I'm at on it too. So I'm gonna make a motion to purchase it and see where it goes. That's my motion.
I'll give you a second, but I was gonna hold out, and see if you're gonna pay for it on his own.
Just
You want me back up?
No, you're good. expense on the backup? I didn't see a price or anything.
No, we just got a copier.
Just a picture of that old.
You got a,
The prices, I did start to look up on it until I heard about the special fund. But when I looked, it was anywhere from 3,000 to 6,000 on the copier.
you're gonna give us shit.
6,300, give or take a few dollars, to purchase it outright.
So the outright is what,
60.
$5,400?
60.
63.
That's one of the big ones, right, John?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it does it all, right?
I looked at the counter and if it's right, it says it has made 1.9 million copies.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Yeah.
My motion still stands for 6,300. If it goes up or down a little bit, adjust it to fit. You have to have the copier.
Motion and a second, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. If you'll get with Cheryl on that, motion passes. 19, discuss and take action on constable fee for 2026 sheriff and constable fees report as required under Texas Local Government Code Section 118.131.
You don't have it in the backup, there's no changes,
Still like it was.
approval, so I can send it. Yes, sir.
Motion to approve. Second.
Moving second, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. 20, discuss and take action on electrical rewiring at senior center for exhaust equipment. Man,
For the senior center, got the new kitchen exhaust fans. Once they were installed, it was found that the wire needed to be upgraded in the building. So we went on and had that done for safety purposes because it was throwing breakers. And we're here to request that the 2807 come out of 10,000 that the county agreed to share on the cost of the overall project.
And that was in bill pay this.
Yeah.
Just this last bill pay.
we were worried about a fire trip something.
Yeah, so this has already been done, basically. So you're just paying the bill now.
It's been done, it's up to code now.
Okay.
That'd be my motion to approve.
Second.
Moving seconded, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries.
Thank you, Larry.
21, discuss and take action to authorize E-Consortium DIR CPO 5347 contract for the firewall mitigation project not to exceed $31,450 to be from IT project funds. That'd be my motion. Dan? Moved and seconded, all in favor?
I did.
Two of us did. Take a peek.
Yep. Moved and seconded, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. 22, discuss and approve the issuance of a IFB for P gravel for road and bridge countywide.
Morning, Miss Cheryl.
Good morning. I have had a request to, issue a solicitation for pea gravel. And that's what I'm asking here, I'm using the solicitation.
I make the motion to approve agenda item 22 as presented.
One question, Bill. How are you gonna? How are we gonna? I mean, you can't just go out and gravel. You got to have some kind of specs.
Right, we'll get the specs too, Cheryl. We're gonna go for like a number 4 size, 3/8 inch.
TxDOT has I think a spec for
That'd be
gravel.
All right, that'd be great. We'll see what.
I'll give you a second, but the other concern I had was on the pea gravel. I'd got a load donated to us so we could hide it through our pasture. I don't want to try to sell it by the yard. And just when y'all go out looking for that, be careful on because we do everything by tonnage.
That's cool. Yeah, we can do that because we did,
By the time,
Well,
either or, we buy,
by the lightweight, by the.
we buy lightweight by yard,
Okay.
by square, cubic yard. So however they can bid it.
I got no, any other discussion?
No.
Motion and second, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. 23, discuss and approve the issuance of a RFP for financial advisory service to the county. Put this on there to start this long range plan that we're looking at when we talked about last week. Go ahead and get a person to come in and start looking at our old bonds, try to figure out where we're gonna go on paying for what we implement later on. So just an overall plan. They'll also be able to talk to our investment board if they have questions, Miss Allen's questions, all that. So that's my motion.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. 24, discuss and approve the award of solicitation IFB C2360-26-005 debris monitoring services to Debris Tech LLC, which has the lowest pricing for 100,000 cubic yards.
Are they the ones we been with before, Miss Cheryl, or not?
No, sir, they're new. They had bid on it before, they've received the bid this year.
Okay, so I mean, our current one, the one that we have now, I mean, they didn't bid on it or they did?
They did. Laura, the current one.
Current incumbent is Tetra Tech.
Who are they?
Tetra Tech.
Okay,
Yeah, it's happening.
it's so little I can't see it.
They're 152,000.
152,000.
Okay,
This one's is that 82 or 62?
62. And then
90,000 cheaper.
okay.
A primary and an alternate. The department has requested a primary to Debris Tech LLC for primary and Thompson Consulting Services as the alternate. Just in case we're out and about and can't get to us, we have an option to go to an alternate.
And we hope we never need them.
Yeah.
That's bad if we need these people.
Like the motion to approve the Breeze Tech LLC as the primary and the Thompson Consulting Services as.
So,
Moving single on favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. Number 5, discuss and approve the award of solicitation IFB C2360-26-006 debris removal to DRC Emergency, which has the lowest pricing.
Again, that we would like to award a primary and an alternate for this as well. The primary being DRC emergency, and then the alternate being Southern Disaster.
Did we already have this bid out before too?
We did, yes, sir. We have to have these two contracts in case we ever have to have it FEMA regulations. So this was followed FEMA rules.
Oh, so we're not going with the same vendor evidently. I mean, they bid on it also.
The current vendor primary is TFR and secondary is Series Enterprise currently.
the only bad thing is DRC's out of Galveston. If we get hit, and so do they.
Hence the award of a primary and an alternate.
It's gonna bounce over Galveston. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like to approve DRC as primary and Southern Disaster as alternate.
So,
Moving single on favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. 26, discuss and approve the award of solicitation IFB 2360-26-010 pest control services to Statewide Pest Control, which has the lowest pricing.
This was an IFB. We received the bids and as you can see, Statewide Pest Control has. It has,
are they local here?
So how does this work? I mean, maybe you're at trash bash, we, from all the dust. We need like an emergency spray or something. How does this work? I call them up, say, hey, whoever the vendor is we choose today, we got ants in the break room or whatever.
you need special treatment. Yes, they have pricing for
The
special.
last couple of times we had to do that courthouse, we'd call Larry, call them, coordinate it, tell you.
Maintenance, they
Yeah.
get with these people to get them out there to do what you need, but yes, this is the quarterly pricing. They do special requests like flea infestations and such as that. So, and yes, termites.
Move to approve statewide pest control.
I'll say.
Moving seconded, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion. 27, discuss and approve the RFP C2360-004 jail food services price increase.
As y'all can see on your screen that has the current pricing in the second column, and in the fourth column is the new price.
You don't ever drop down below 250. John,
Mm-mm.
not anymore. Dollar,
Sorry, I didn't.
we don't ever drop down below 250 anymore, do we?
Right now, we're hanging around 230.
Really? I'm shocked.
It's been getting up to 240, 245 around there. Getting dangerously close.
I'll make a motion, we, new solicitation D 2360-24-004 for jail.
Second.
Moving second, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion. 28, discuss and approve the renewal of solicitation IFB C260-008 HDPE pipes with Coburn's with pricing.
On their pricing, if you'll scroll down to the last page. The only thing that is increasing on theirs is the row number 20. And it was $65.15. And it's gone to $65.76.
I don't have a row 20.
Oh,
I don't have 20.
18?
18.
I'm sorry, 17.
17.
Yeah. Is that better?
Yeah.
48, the 48-inch increase, but not much. And all the other prices stayed the same.
That's amazing in itself.
It is.
Really.
Make the motion to approve the solicitation for the HD. Programs.
Second.
Moving second, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. 29, discuss and approve the purchase and payment of a 2025 John Deere 135P excavator from Doggett with funding from special contingency.
This is gonna replace a machine that's been well wore out, and we're gonna spend all the money we're gonna spend on our boom mags. Plus, it has a dual purpose of being Traco on top of it. Danny kind of did this 7, 8, 10 years ago. It worked well in his precinct. And we're gonna move forward with this if you guys will give me enough votes to buy it. I do have the funding. Patricia, you got the email from Ashland. I see you got it in there.
Right, now that was from paid Road and Bridge Precinct.
Two.
I mean, 2.
Yeah, 4's fine.
That's probably better than 2.
Bridge Precinct.
They did get that grant the other day.
Yeah, they got the grant. We didn't get that. Anyway,
But yeah.
yeah, appreciate it, Brandon. I make a motion to approve agenda item 29, funding the excavator with all the attachments.
I'll second that and anticipate borrowing it.
Thank you.
Motion and a second, all in favor, raise your hand. 30, discuss and take action on order 2025-1 for amending the budget for fiscal year ending September 30th, 2025.
Just before the day, transfer out of contingency to county judge budget for the PC equipment that was discussed during the budget workshop. And then the transfer within Road and Bridge to piece equipment just.
That'll be my motion to approve.
Second.
Moving second, all in favor, raise your hand.
Thank you.
Motion carries. 31, discuss and take action on Park Law Firm participating in secondary manufacturer's settlement on behalf of Walker County. That'll be my motion to approve.
We want to hear
Second,
from Mike.
wanna talk?
Well, Judge, I don't know that, this is actually vague enough that I don't think that we need to have an executive session on this. So can I just?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
This is a group, of manufacturers, small manufacturers called secondary manufacturers of opioids. So they have struck a deal with the state, unlike the Purdue settlement, which was striking a deal with the plaintiffs group of municipalities and government entities. This is a state settlement with these. And Walker County participates in that with an agreement we have with the state. So funds are allocated to us for our settlement. So all we're doing, really, it's this simple. If you vote today to allow Judge Christian to sign the participation agreement, we'll participate in this and we will get some money from the state settlement. If you don't vote for it, you have no chance at getting any money. So I know I should say duh, but without saying that, I think it's pretty clear that you should vote to allow Judge Christian to go ahead and sign this. There's not a downside. The expenses and things like that are taken care of by the state before we ever get our money.
Is this gonna be, if we get this, is it gonna be free and fair money? Is it gonna be attached to, programs like the other part has?
So it's not gonna be attached to any program, but, the funds are to be used for either remediation of opioid addiction or programs or plans or whatever, just like the other funds are. So it's not a new and special usage. So you're not restricted any more than you're already restricted. So that's it. And there's a time limit on it, so we'd appreciate it if you could vote on this today and just call my office and get this turned in the next.
Made the motion.
We got a motion and a second. All in favor, raise your hand.
How quick
Motion
was that?
carries.
Thank you,
Thank
Mike.
you all very much.
Thank you.
Yes, have a good day.
32, discuss and take action on scope modification and cost change for generator grant DR 4485 Walker County F192 S138. So Butch went back in and we changed from natural gas because we didn't have the gas lines ran instead of tearing up parking lots, and we changed the generators to diesel. We need to approve that, and then whether on the bid county wants to remove the dirt from the south side of the courthouse, or we want to include that in the contract bid price.
I would say included in the
Yeah,
contract.
I would too.
There's no telling what's on the ground.
Sounds good. Well, I'll move to approve number 32 with all installation included in the bid pack.
I think that's your safe route out.
Motion,
Since he mentioned it.
yeah, moved and seconded. All in favor, raise your hand. Carries. 33, discuss and take action on fiscal year 2026 Sevens grant contract number P02-768. That'll be my motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Moving seconded, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. 34, discuss and take action on authorizing the county to submit an application to HVAC for their fiscal year 26-27 solid waste grant.
Make the motion to approve agenda item 34 as presented.
Second.
Moving seconded, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. 35, discuss and take action on allocating $5,000 to Child Welfare Board to restock the Walker County Rainbow Room for funds. So in the absence of the last Child Welfare Board, they had the Rainbow Room and we had to start over. So that thing hadn't been used in years. We totally cleaned it out. Everything was pretty rough looking. So to get it restocked, I'd like to take some of their funds that they didn't use, reallocate it. And we'll do a letter of agreement and I'll send it to Miss Allen and Quentin to get that approved. So any questions on that?
No, I think it needs to be done.
What are y'all looking at putting in there?
So when they take the kids from the family,
Yeah.
they go to this place to get clothes, car seats,
Y'all gonna buy an assortment of stuff.
right, backpacks, shoes, coats, anything that the kids need. They kind of have a standard list that we'll go through and get those.
Very good.
All right, I'll make the motion to approve number 35 with a letter of agreement signed upon both parties.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion. 36, discuss and take action on acceptance of right-of-way easement for Godwin properties on Hardy Bottom Road.
Any questions on this?
No.
Move for approval.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. 37, discussing action on placing the radio tower at emergency management on monthly maintenance list to be paid from general funds. This is the tower that's by Danny's and Butch's. We've added some equipment to it. We're doing the line of sight internet over to the senior center for all those. So instead of using Butch's budget for the radio, I wanted to just add it to the other agreements that we have included. That'll be my motion to approve.
I'll second that.
Where's that one at, actually?
Right behind Butch's office.
Right in between them.
One kind of by the air conditioner?
Mhm.
But right here now, I got a motion and a second. All in favor? Raise your hand. Motion carries. Thank you. Planning and Development, number 38, public hearing concerning plat number 2025-009, replat of lot 6 and 7, block 3, section 5 of the Wildwood Shore subdivision, DW Robinson Survey, A454.
Morning, Andrew.
Anyone here time is 9:26. Anyone here to speak on it? Hey, Angel.
So we plotted up 2 lots into a single lot, all the shores. Go about this one. It's same thing you guys look at all the time. For Commissioner's Court because it's a replat.
Was that 9:25 or 9:26?
26.
Give us a second. Oh, 9:27, public hearing's closed. Number 39, discuss and take action on plat number 2025-009, replat of lot 6 and 7, block 3, section Wildwood Shores.
Move for approval.
Motion and second, all in favor, raise your right hand. Carries. 40, public hearing concerning plat number 2025-020, replat of lots 1A1 of Pine Prairie Estate subdivision. Time is 9:27. Anyone here to speak upon that? Yeah, Andy.
Where's that at, Dan?
Right there at Davis Road, if I'm correct. Davis.
Davidson?
Davis. Is that right, Andy? Oh, boy. Give me a sec. Yeah, it's right there.
This is the part that's.
247.
Yeah.
This is the part that's really awesome. So if you look at the packets and just hand you to kind of give you guys a list. Back at the packet. This section was originally 5 lots. The original class. Then it was made into 1 lot. And now they're dividing it back into 3 lots. Okay, so the bouncing ball is, and the one thing that you have coming up in the agenda, and I'm here now, so anything that's in the. You're asking to not have to certify the drainage. They're basically tying it back to the original impervious cover. Originally divided
Okay.
into 5 lots. And trying to stay under the square footages was not have the drainage reworked and recertified to the new lot configuration. That's gonna be, we'll deal with that when we get to the variance, but this one heads up, that's the only thing a little bit different. So again, it went from 5 to 1 out of 3. So,
Andy, how many houses is in this thing? Cause there's several houses in this little tract.
right, yeah, they're all.
I mean,
But as long as, we don't, the only thing we get into is,
well, I can tell you this, the tract lot 1A6 is, there's a culvert that crosses right there. I don't know that there's, I mean, I didn't know I had to build something there.
Tiny.
On an acre we've also got a drainage easement off the side of that culvert.
right. There it is.
I mean, that's not giving them a lot of room. That culvert's probably 40 foot off the highway, so I mean, it's gonna be right in the middle of that lot. So this was what it originally looked like. Yeah, and that's what you're going to.
So this is what they're going to.
Yeah, that's what they're going to. It was that lot that was in that corner originally was 2.
Yeah.
I'll drive it down to 1.06. When I say originally, I don't mean just prior to this, and again, just prior to this. I mean, we've got a, what is it, a 20-foot box off the end of that culvert, I think? That's right. You cut that into that track. And then it's a low area anyhow. I don't know.
Man, we go with you, cause I
I'm
don't know.
concerned, let's put it that way.
You concerned, we probably all need to be concerned.
I mean, it's legal for them to do it.
That's the wrong
That's a different one than that one.
Yeah, this was the original one.
That's the
Brandon.
original one.
Yeah, you need to look at one on the screen, but
Original survived.
Yeah, 5 here, and then it goes to 3.
You only doing that. This one is the one we're doing. I know that's what's up there. It was combined to this.
That's different than that, you're right.
That's different than what's on the screen. That's why I'm confused.
That's because Andy just handed it to us.
Must have looking. That
Changed 3 times. Oh, I didn't even look like a dummy up here. Not looking. This is what we're going to now. All right, so what is,
So it's a 2-acre tract now.
what I handed you is what it is.
This
This is from 2000.
Looking at this one?
It's been busted. This one's from 15. Yeah, it's been busted 3 times.
What you just handed us?
So it started out 5. And then
It's different.
at one point
About halfway through the
then it was
pass.
3, and now it's going. 3, then it was 1, now it's going back to 3. The current
Yeah,
proposal.
well, that's a little better on where the houses sit, I know.
What's our concerns on this?
Drainage culvert.
Well, you can see the
The
box
only
up,
thing that they're requesting variance on is on
you can see the box
Yeah.
right there.
Right.
outside of, if he's got a drainage.
what, I mean,
Two acres now, so
that's better.
I'd
Deal with
yeah,
it.
I think they might
Yeah.
go.
Well study.
That's all on the right side of the road when you turn down Davidson.
They got rural water.
Got rural water. They got water?
Yes.
Yeah, so. Sure.
Let's see, yeah. You got rural water. You can go with Lost Torch.
Still in.
We're still in public. Any other questions for public hearing?
I'm good.
Okay, time is 9:33. Public hearing is closed. 41, discuss and take action on Alfred Alvarez request for variance to section 4.47 of the Walker County subdivision regulations regarding drainage note certification required in appendix C10 for plat number 2025-020.
Reluctantly, still don't like it, but we'll make a motion, we move forward with the variance.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion carried. 42, discuss and take action on plat number 2025-020, replat of lots 1A1 of Pine Prairie Estate subdivision.
Anything to add in?
You just did, but have you left off the variance?
All right, I'll make a motion, we accept number 42 as written.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, raise your right hand. Motion 43, discuss and take action on Bobby Now's request for variance section 11.1 for the Walker County subdivision regulations regarding minimum road frontage for 15.033 acre tract in the Warwick W. McGarry survey.
And she is online.
Would you like to talk, ma'am?
Bobby on there?
Eve is on.
Who?
Eve.
Eve?
See,
Ms. Coas, would you like to speak? Okay, go ahead, Andy.
it's a proposal to subdivide. They wanted to essentially transfer a portion of the property to abandoned.
Didn't have any frontage.
How they're proposing to provide easement.
Can they get road frontage?
If they move that track to the front?
No, I don't see the road.
Where's it located at? What part of the world?
It's in precinct.
Oh, that.
It's awful.
Brandon, you got any idea?
I'm assuming it's off Gore Creek Cemetery, but that's an assumption because I really, there's
I can't
there's
tell, look at
nothing
the.
on the map that shows where it is. Eve, are you on there?
She is. She's not turning her mic on though.
Press, turn your mic on or unmute your mic. Please, ma'am.
But I don't see any frontage at all.
No, there's not any.
And
So it should have.
This is the road.
Already.
on Gore Creek.
This is the road.
Well, no, it was one track. They're kind of split south. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
There we
Yes,
go.
ma'am.
I'm sorry, I didn't know how to get my thing on.
You got the name?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Okay, yeah, it is on Gourd Creek Cemetery Road.
Okay.
So are y'all trying to utilize y'all's existing driveway there where that concrete driveway goes up in there?
Well, the driveway in front of the house, like, oh yeah, from the Gourd Creek, yes. She'll be coming in there and then coming down the long driveway that's in front of our house.
We generally don't cut them up without road frontage. So I don't know how we can do this.
I mean, we have the driveway. Does that not matter? The easement.
Everything we know that we do in here has to touch county roads at some point. Even if it's only on paper, as it touched county roads. We just had this over on another road. And
Huh.
We need to take a
from
turn.
that driveway where you, I'm assuming we are talking about from Mr. Posey, is there a 50-foot section in there between Mr. Posey and y'all's driveway?
Let me let you ask Bobby. Hold on. He had hip replacement surgery. That's why he couldn't come. So hold on. Let me let you ask him. Here, Bobby. They want to talk to you. You just talk in the microphone.
Hello?
Hey, Bobby.
Hey,
Bobby, we don't, court doesn't allow these subdivisions like this that don't touch the existing county road or
okay.
so help us help you. How are we gonna get there?
Give me a variance. That's what they're for.
8 to 9.
Is there any way you can get a staff out to it?
I can get a helicopter. I'm joking with them, baby. Not do what now? A stamp? What'd
A
you say?
staff. If you could get a staff out to the road, I don't
What's
know
that?
how your property lays out. Yes,
What's the staff? I don't
just a
know.
small narrow strip to get you out to the county road so that this track has
Well,
access to a county road.
It does by easements. They're old grandfathered in easements.
Yes, sir, and that's the problem. You know, if it was sold later down the road, whoever bought it would only have an easement to this piece of property. They probably couldn't get financing or anything else.
Well, you could, cause I did,
Parent track.
and the neighbors did. I mean, everybody's got financing here, so.
Parent track doesn't have frontage.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have property between him and the county road.
So the parent track has an easement to it, and
Yes. Yes, sir. Yeah. Everything has a legal easement to it.
As long as it stays the way it is, then it is
like
the
one
way it is.
piece. Yeah.
Now that you changed it, it has to come up to our standards that requires frontage to a county road. So,
Have you looked at the old easements?
No, sir, we generally don't. All we look for is dedicated access to a county road. If it's not there, we pretty much can't take action on it.
Dedicated. Can I dedicate it to you?
Probably need to get with a surveyor or an engineer that knows our development code and let them help you take care of that. We don't really prefer to give advice from up here.
Right,
other
yeah,
than-
you're not attorneys. Or surveyors.
Well, we had a survey done.
I know, but that's something different.
Bobby, as we discussed the other day, you may have access to an alternate exception.
Yeah, we got something else figured out. Okay, yeah, we'll just go with what we was talking about earlier.
Well, you wanna pass on it right now, Brandon? We're gonna.
Well, really ain't nothing I can do. Other than,
Ask to deny with the ability to bring it back if you like. Make the motion to deny with the ability to return to
That
court.
way, if they've got an alternate plan, they.
Yeah, second.
Okay, I got a motion and a second. All in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. 44, discuss and take action on Legacy Grand Ranch LLC request for variance to section 12.10.e. Walk County subdivision regulations regarding maximum roadside ditch for plat number 2025-044.
Stephanie, are you here?
Sure.
Yes, I'm here.
Um, They have a request before the commissioners call. And ditches. And actually two, those ones, which were slowed down ditches. Maximum. If you guys have it. Thank you. I think you guys also have the response. This
I read it last night on the computer.
18th. That's it. You can go to.
I can answer any questions. Basically, we adhere to the county ditch slopes everywhere. It was, seemed feasible. There's a couple of areas and we specified it out in the variance, by road and stations where there's either some larger culverts or just some natural topography that makes it harder to adhere to it. And looking for a variance to, use a 3-to-1 or 4-to-1 in those areas, 6-to-1. Minimize it. I mean, there's always a way that we can meet it, but it's going to extend culverts out, more drainage easements, more, long-term, more stuff for the county to have to, maintain. So just looking for something in the middle that satisfies everyone. I think there's only, I have it in front of me, 3 or 4 locations we're looking at. Approximately 100 feet either side of the culvert crossing.
6 on this list, Larry.
I couldn't remember the exact.
Yeah, I kind of tend to agree with Blau on this one. I'd like to at least see something of it.
I haven't seen Lyle's response, so I don't know what was said or what was questioned or anything else.
About the highlighted part I've got here is that engineer's opinion, just variance submitted with request. Showing why it's equal to or better than the current regulations. And they're not wanting to do not recommend a variance due to the absence of justification. If we recommend that we provide an exhibit.
Okay, I mean, I can put together exhibits. I thought the plans, I thought y'all had plans.
Well, I've got, the only plans we got are just the drawing kind of showing what lots were on the next part of this variance, but it's kind of small.
Okay, well, you wouldn't see it on there anyhow, so
Yeah.
we can take that when I can get you. That's some exhibits.
But now to bring it back.
Well, there's 3 parts to them.
Gary, I'd like to know, I mean, through the 3 to 4 to 1 at a covered, it's gonna be pretty steep, man. I don't know how you're gonna get away from that. I mean, you're gonna create washing and
Well, and that's.
you got some kind of alternative design to keep it from washing.
Well, where we've got a lot of these is where it's naturally already, steeper than the roadside ditches. So I mean, we're gonna just have to go in and disturb more naturally settled areas in order to flatten them out and, achieve the county. And, it's kind of a catch-22. If you go clear a bunch of area and, level out the slopes, now you've got a bunch of disturbed soil instead of, already settled areas. But, I mean, we do 3 to 1 roadside, front and back slopes all the time with, mats or hydro seeding or with no real issues.
3 to 1's pretty steep.
So, what you wanna do, Brandon?
On that one, I'd like to, bring us something to look at.
Okay. I don't know if I would.
Not just doing something. For the first variance, it's gonna be, denial of the ability to return to court.
Okay.
The first one. The second one is,
Wanna move on to 45?
So 44 is to deny what the ability to bring back.
Yes.
oh, I thought those all together.
Is that in the motion?
Nobody yet.
Okay.
Separate.
That's your motion, Brandon?
Yeah, I mean,
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. 45, discuss and take action on Legacy Grand Ranch LLC request for variance to section B 2.2 of the Wood County subdivision regulations regarding lot depth to width ratio.
lay out.
Need a beer when they burn.
I'm biased to be. Stephanie, you give them comments on that.
Page 12.
Yes, sir. So, the response has been divided up into 2 different kind of depth to width ratios. The regulations that they fall under based on their submittal date is prior to the change from a 3 to 1 to a 4 to 1 maximum depth ratio. And so a large number of the lots that they're submitting meet the 4 to 1 depth ratio that is currently required. And so because of that, those lots that are 4 to 1 or greater, we wouldn't have any, 4 to 1 or less, we wouldn't have any objection to, because it meets the current standards. It just doesn't meet the standards that they had to comply with at the time. In our response, there's also a table. We've broken it out into kind of depth to width that's less than 5 to 1 and depth to width that's greater than 5 to 1. And you've got a lot that are still close to that 4 to 1 depth to width ratio. 4 lots that are greater than 5 to 1 depth to width ratio. And just 2 of those. So the ones that I've bolded on here in block 1, lots 27, 28, and 29, there's some detention modifications that were made. And so the latest construction plans that we have actually reduced those depth width ratios a little bit from what's shown on this table, what was submitted with the variance request. But anything that's greater than the current regulations, we would defer to courts. We wouldn't offer an opinion on those.
You're in a good copy of it.
If y'all have any questions. So I think on the 3 to 1 versus 4 to 1, I mean, I don't have a problem doing that across the board. When you start really looking in here, 26, 27, 28, 29 on block 1, are they gonna be modified anymore, Mike?
Oh, and the other thing that to consider is there's that big transmission line in the back. So we extended those property lines out to where the transmission line was the common property line from both sides. I mean, those lots could be shifted over. Those lots could be shifted over this way like that to reduce the depth to width. But I mean, all you're doing is putting the transmission line all on one lot just to satisfy the depth to width. That was kind of the logic behind keeping those like that. We just went straight down that transmission line so that it was half and half.
Split it up.
Yeah, and then there's a detention pond right there in the back, so that's why those end up kind of funny shaped. But there's really no lots that don't have some other issue like that that don't comply. I mean, there's 15 lots out of 157 that are over 4-1. And most of them are either in a curve or have some kind of issue or something in the back.
And I'm assuming. When I was looking at, the one where Talking Rock comes in, it's lot 26, block 2. Remember, you and I talked last week about straightening that out.
This one down.
That's that one. Do they have that where if somebody runs through there? That one, that one shifted over, because there's. I think that's one that's Royal did that.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
I mean, that's a good argument to leave it like that for sure. I mean, honestly, it is if we move it over.
That's what I was.
Seriously, it's
Put a house right there at the end of that road, that's.
yeah, and I mean, that one is 4.10. It's not like it, that's also in more of a curve. When you look at that on full size detail, there's more of a curve in that road than what it looks like on this overall.
What's your thoughts, Brandon?
We just think everybody's got their head right around that. One of your revisions was in all subdivisions, we bumped that 3-1 to 41 subdivision. So again, it was submitted just prior to that, so look at it under rules it's submitted under, but obviously we don't have any objection to that. Yeah, well, we changed the rule because we kept everybody who come in would basically give them now to be 4.01.
The other thing to consider is, I mean, these are all, they're not all, but to cross the whole thing, we're gonna average 3 acres per lot. There are some smaller ones, but as a whole, like this section averages 2.92 acres per lot if you take all 157 and divide them out. So it's not like they're small lots that are steeping there. Most of them are narrow in the front, wide in the back. So if you use the average, almost all of them would pass, but they go off of the frontage and then times by the longest side, so.
And like Stephanie said, that 27, 28, 29 got modified with the detention revisions. So
Yes, that map is.
this exhibit was just done before that. So those are gonna be way closer to that.
All right, so I have you a question. We approved this and 6 developers show up next week with 4.10s, wanting variances for all of those. What do we tell them?
I mean, do you have highline easements in the back and detention ponds on the side? Or are they?
This can all be designed around every bit. Give up a lot, combine your detention pond, and you can, all these lots can be reconfigured or lose lots or merge lots and solve everything where you don't need any variances. That's what I'm saying. That's the position we're in, and I appreciate that it's not just y'all. Like I said, we just went from 3 to 4. It was 3. But anybody under 4 came to court knowing they were going to give them a variance. So when we drew a line in the dirt at 4, I hate 90 days later to start going above it. Because once we go above it, what do we tell the guys? They got to start showing up anything less than 5. Well, you did less than 8. I mean, you did 9, 8.57 on one. And once again, a variance to us is something that cannot be remedied. Financials set aside. Financial is never a consideration on a variance. So, I'm gonna vote no, just because we just did it. And I don't want to hear from the rest of the developers with anything other than, hey, y'all need to be fair to all of us.
I understand that, but I do think most of these have some kind of special circumstance associated with them, but I understand your side of it.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Because it looks like 21, 22, and 23 they become 2 lots.
Yeah, I can see.
That remedies that. 13 and 14 become 1 lot. That remedies that. 27, 28, and 29, they can be reconfigured with your detention, and that remedies that.
And put it in reserve.
And then we're stuck with just 1. Keeping the people out of the front door with the cost.
Right here. So That one can be changed to the
That's the front door on there.
No, buildings on.
That's over there. Okay.
Yeah,
that would, you can combine those to make one.
So this is calculated as the frontage times.
Whatever you want.
So if you did, like, the city of Huntsville does average depth to width. Not saying that we need to do that, but I'm saying they're not. The lots, they're not long skinny lots. They're narrow in the front, wide in the back, and they just happen to be. So either way, if y'all don't like them, you want us to rearrange them, it is what it is. I don't think that it's not just a whole row of long skinny lots either, I think is the thing to consider.
No, but it's 8% of the subdivision. Yes. Well. Yeah, 8% of the subdivision is above the 4:1. We have lots of folks that have toothpick lots that come in, that they try to cut one into 3 pieces and they're 1,000 feet long and narrow, and we send them on their way. So I'm not really sweating that. It's just, if we did a number, it's a number. It just is a number. And I think we just have to stick to the number. I just don't see how we can budget unless we go to Andy's office and say, we need to change the depth to width to another number.
I personally think you should use an average, but I'm not saying it just for this. I just mean as a.
And that's a conversation to have. I mean, I don't know enough about it to have that conversation, but I think it's a conversation to have. I don't know how many people do it, who doesn't. So if it's everybody or we're the only ones that don't, I'm open to any conversation, but what we have now is what we have now.
We had a discussion yesterday, what the average is used on something? Is it the flag lots and the cul-de-sac lots?
The average of
The average depth of living?
on,
Cul-de-sac lots on average, but just not regular lots.
Mike, on 27 and 28, what is the 8.57?
That's the depth.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
All right.
So, but again, that's this, and then that longest line is what it's used. So if you were to check it, the average,
Yeah.
it would be closer to way further down.
And those are the worst ones that have been changed
Right.
since.
Okay, well, I figured that's what it is. It's hard to read on here. All right, I can see it on there.
Yeah, 28, 27 are your outliers on your depth to width as well. Same 2 lots.
That's the first one I'm bringing if I'm coming back looking for a variance on my subdivision. That's the flag I'm gonna wave is that one.
But, you know, if you look at lot 13, 14 up there at the top, line
Mhm.
6.
Mhm.
13, 14, those all have floodplain in the back. We did that for another subdivision. In this curve right here, lot 21, 22, 23. You know, how do you fix that other than
Go from 3 lots to 2. It's fixed.
3 on 2? The 27, 28, 29, or it's 28, 29 that's got the high line right away through the back.
Mhm.
I don't know how you fix that without trying to put all that high line right away over on.
You combine 27, 28, and 29 into one lot and put their flag lot to their detention on the other side of the track. And that fixes that.
Sounds easy, doesn't it, Mike?
Yeah. I'm just designing as I sit. What if you take, once again, if you take,
Lots and then fix it too.
What'd you say, Jerry?
Combine the detention reserve would make the transmission easement or reserve on its own, take it out of the lots.
That works.
Detention.
I mean, see, and that's how we have to look at it is, if money, I won't say it's not an object, but if money is not part of the picture, how would I get this into compliance? And that's what we have to look at up here.
But it's not all money though. I mean, associated with a lot, some of it is common sense and that it don't make sense to just put this in a reserve and there's never no tax base on it really for any, so to speak, for moving forward. You know what I mean? I mean, there's that to consider as well. It's not just, I mean, I guess money's the driving factor behind most things, but I mean, just to satisfy 4-1, let's put this in a reserve and then, or otherwise it could be with a house and associated with a tax base on the house. So.
But what you just said is a defensible argument for us. Yes, their development came in bigger. They put it in a reserve. and that brought them into compliance, we approved their plat. That's easy to say. I can't say, here's some extenuating circumstances, and that at the end of the day, it circles back with where the actual state code says you can't use finances as a reason for a variance. So I'm a no on it, wherever y'all are at, but that's where I'm at.
So Jerry, what you gonna do to fix this? Put it on you.
Yeah, I mean, we can rearrange them if it's just an absolute no, but I mean.
To be clear, fix, what are we talking about fixing?
I think 27, 28, 29 are already fixed.
Fix them basically not giving the variances.
They changed it. Yeah, it changed.
No new plans.
Yeah, so
Do what?
it's not approved yet.
New plans only through that. So, what y'all's thoughts?
You know mine.
What do you think, Brandon?
Are we just talking about those 3 lots right now?
Talk about anything over 4.
So that's a bigger list.
That's 12. 12 of the 158.
Anything over 5 to 1?
4. We just drew a line in the dirt at 4.
So that's 19. That's all. That's all the ones that are, that's all the ones that are listed in the text.
No, you're looking at blocks. Those are,
I'm sorry.
those are individuals. Just count the lines. There's 12.
Sorry, 12.
That's right. I learned that a little bit earlier
Yeah,
today.
12 lots. Out of the entire request. Well, I think we need to have a little more discussion over this. I mean, like the lot 26 over there, when we're talking about road intersection in the house, that's viable safety. The lot 13 and 14 up on the top on block 1, section 1. The back part that's in the flood zone. So we've done that in the past. I don't remember what it was, but you're here in the room. Thomas, do you remember how long those lots were on the right-hand side? Weren't they over 4 to 1 because of that floodplain by that ditch?
I don't recall offhand, but they're pretty long.
They're long and skinny like this. And then we are confident, we did that because of the floodplain.
I believe so, yes, sir.
So they could.
How big is your 14 and 15 lot? Like 14, maybe, because it looks like. I mean, if you combine them two, that does away with 1. They're pre-existing. That's gonna be a big track, huh?
Yes.
So what is 13? It's 13.
13's 3. They're both 3.
They could, like, I don't want to do a lot of input, but that's fixable too. They could combine them and make it a 6, or they could cut the back piece off and put it in that reserve for the detention back there too, and get down below the 4. So there's 2 ways they could fix it. I think we send it back and let them give it another try.
Yeah. Bring it back. Try to fix some of it.
Well, but you kind of need to go through it while we're here, so.
No lot in excess of 4 to 1. That's pretty easy.
According to Bill, there's nothing to go through. Everything's gonna be less than 4 to 1, 4 to 1 or less.
Yeah.
There's a couple in there that we could probably work on. If we got a really good reason, and
I'll come discuss it.
I'm sure Mike can give you a real good reasoning.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, same motion, sir?
And like that one there, you're not gonna do anything with that curve right there. There's your property line that swells out right there. Curve, I don't know. Well, I'll talk with Mike. We'll see if we can get it. So there's no plat that anybody could ever present to us is not gonna have some variance.
Oh, I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with that at all. 0.
Okay. So yeah, the motion is gonna be to deny with the ability to bring back. Let's.
Got a motion?
Yeah, get with Brandon and kind of give him your thoughts.
Such your second?
Yes, my second.
Motion and a second, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. 46, discuss and take action on Legacy Grand Ranch LLC request variance to section B 2.1 of Walker County subdivision regulations regarding minimum lot frontage, plat 2025-044.
That's the one.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and something else that would help is if we got to see Bob's comments.
We got this one pretty late, like.
What?
The second. Second. The middle of the box. That what letter was revised when you gave us the.
The second map?
So.
Okay.
So where are we at now?
I think you deny it, send it back.
Yeah, because this is gonna have an effect, so. This is this one we're on is that lot 27, the narrow front in the front.
27 the long.
Yeah, 27 that's the one with the front.
We just need to hold it and see what we do with the other ones.
That's
right.
Yeah, well, it's not gonna change the frontage, so. It might change the width of the home. Don't need to.
Well, but we may change the frontage width of it too, to adjust for it. I mean, that could slide it over some.
You got a lot of slides. That's what I had talked about last time. All right, move to deny with ability to bring back.
Second.
Move second, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. 47, discuss take action, Leeds Family Living Trust, Joseph Samuel E. Banks. Trustee request for variance in section 3.36 Walker County subdivision regulations regarding groundwater certification.
This is the. Banks on Fremont, right? Right, yes. Well, it's already been built for. Vision the property without plat. On a condition the plat was brought back. So the plat's being brought back. And as part of the bring back is a request. For to make a finding on the groundwater. It's handled by our regulations and by state code, as you guys know. Yes, it's going from 1 to 2. It's not a capital S subdivision. So they've got 2 houses on this property. They're splitting it up. So we've already got wells or functioning. I don't know what the wording is, but we need to approve it. In my opinion. What wording do we need to your assumption do? Just do an approval of the, as it's written. Move to approve as written.
I'll second that.
Moving second, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. 48, discuss and take action on plat 2025-02349
I'll second that.
Moving second, all in favor, raise your hand. 49, discuss and take action on variance to Walker County on-site sewer regulations for Waverly Manor at High Meadow Development LLC.
They're just asking for a variant fields, but occupy of a structure or construction trailer, whatever on the lot. Project. This is where we talked about they're gonna have a pump. Ladder. Move for approval.
I'll
All right,
second.
well, you gonna have it where they bring in the seats and all that? So prove that they're all making a business.
You guys make it a condition that they submit, receipts and that's what they do now, but.
We have in the past, the reason I ask. To make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
It would just be this, a copy when it's getting pumped out. You follow that, Thomas?
Yes, sir.
When y'all.
On a receipt.
Get pumped out, forward that over to us.
The receipt?
Yep.
Yes, sir. That's not a problem.
Okay, so
Include that in your motion.
I'm including that in my motion.
Second still stand?
Yep.
Moved and seconded, all in favor, raise your hand. Bill.
Phil did.
Motion approved. 50, discuss and take action on purchase radio from remaining budgeted funds for vehicle purchase.
So we have two choices. We have a little bit of money left over in the budget. We can have the old radio that was moved from the previous truck to this truck moved again, but it's nearing the life. Or we can take the opportunity when we install to go ahead and install the new radio. One we've got is, from the previous vehicle into the vehicle he's driving now, and this was. It's still working, going right now, but just want to give the court the option to go this route.
You got the money.
You got the funding?
Money's in there, but it wasn't specifically listed when I brought it to court, so that's why I'm bringing it back.
I'd say put the new radio in it if you got the funding for it. Well, that's my motion.
Moving second, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. Discuss and take action on variance request to Walker County Subdivision regulations by Matthew Monk of division of approximately 75 acre tract from J.M. Garza survey.
Smoke? How are you? I've looked at this on the appraisal district maps. Montgomery and Walker and
That sounded like a mess.
got about 10 or 15 acres in Walker County that's kind of hung out there that you're gonna access from Montgomery County, right? Yes. That's the bottom line to it.
It all.
Yeah, the only reason it came up with us is there's a chunk that laps over into Walker County. So we have a jurisdictional authority on this part of the track, but the actual easement that he's using to access the property, potentially wants to use to access the property is coming from Montgomery County. So.
All right.
That's kind of the basis of his request. And, you can talk to them. I believe you've already talked to Montgomery County.
Montgomery County doesn't even want a copy of the plat. So there's no need. You know, the county took over the road last year, so it does have the road frontage. It's that little crooked bend in the easement talking about.
So. How do we want to word this? Just, if you just grant, he's put in the request, so you just grant. And then I can consider you a client. Move your approve is written.
Second.
Moving second, all in favor, raise your hand. Motion carries. All right, we're gonna move into workshop for Verizon Wireless presentation. Radu, you're up.
How you doing today?
I'm good, sir. Good morning.
Yes.
Will you state your full name for Miss French, please? Yeah,
Oh, my name is Douglas Cervantes with Verizon Wireless.
Y-A.
YATU. That's MCBR. PES.
Frank, well, I'll put it back in.
Where's yours?
Go from the start or the whole presentation?
Sure.
Okay. So I visited with the purchasing department. Judge Cole. Trying to figure out a way to improve our partnership, and be able to save the county even more money, right? So let's discover currently the county pays stipends to employees for their self services. They range anywhere between $35 and $200 to their position. So approximately that's costing you guys about $103,000 a year. Okay. Some of the things that we kind of pointed out is because everybody has their own service, there's no consistency. There's nothing like at one point where you can have access to public safety priority and preemption, right? Because everybody's on their own. Who knows who has what? AT&T, T-Mobile's, Sprint, or like Cricket and things like that, right? So you have that as an obstacle or some kind of deterrent. And then the main point here with this is that
guys are open to open requests. So if something happens, get investigated, they're gonna have to confiscate that device. And then that person may be without that device for a couple of days, a couple of months, depending on, however, that investigation goes through. Okay, look at this. So our recommendation, is really simple. It's just eliminate your stipends. Then we provide, because you're now under Verizon, we provide the priority prevention on all your lines. So that way you guys are sure that you can make your calls and receive your calls, especially in an emergency situation. Okay. The plan also has a feature called Push to Talk, which is a way to communicate via radio. So that's a free feature that's added to the plan. And the hotspot features, which is basically enabling your phone to set up a Wi-Fi network so you can, let's say, connect with a laptop or some other type of device. Right now, for you guys, you're being offered iPhone 15, 128 gigabytes for free. So no capital cost for you guys. If you guys decided to jump to Verizon, then there's no need for you guys to use your personal phones. All the employees with regular devices from the employer, you guys, those are the phones that will be requested for, open requests. This is probably saving you about $38,000, okay, give or take. This is based on what Verizon's charging you, what you're being charged, so the difference. Next, please. So we did a certain analysis right now as it stands. So you got two types of stipends. You have your regular employees on one side. It's costing you about $4,500 a month. And then there's a stipend for SPU employees. So those are kind of a little bit separate, and that's about $3,300. You currently have a small amount of devices with AT&T, and that is costing you about $700 a month. Okay. Next slide, please. So earlier this year, the DIR purchasing contract has some changes. So one of the things I do with all my customers is whenever we have changes that are beneficial to whatever the organization, right? So I contacted the purchasing department, Laura and Ms. Cheryl, let them know, hey, we have these changes, they're beneficial. At the end of the day, we saved the Walker County about $1,500 a month. I think it's $1,500 a month. The total about $15,000 for the whole year, just by making those changes and reducing the pricing of each device by $17.99 for Wi-Fi devices. I'm sorry, for tablets and laptops. Next slide, please. Okay, so now there's a lot of colors out here, but basically, your stipend, right? If you were to take your lines and bring them over to Verizon, you're looking at spending about $3,500 a month, right? Your annual savings compared to your stipends would be about $11,000 a year. And then the stipend for the SPU, a component would be about $1,257. And your annual savings there is huge, 24. These are the guys that get the higher stipends. On the 18 bill, if you will replace those, you're looking at total savings of about $1,700 annually. So in total, we're looking at $138,000 in savings. So here's how it breaks down. So Walker County savings about $38,000. That's all the top numbers. And then there is a save offer right now. You currently have about 190 lines, give or take. We're offering you to stay with us an extra $150 credit as a bill incentive, right? That will kick in. That's about a $28,500 savings for you guys. Because you're not purchasing the iPhone 15, right? There's no capital cost to you. That will cost you $60,000, right? Just to purchase those devices. We're not charging you that, so you're not being charged anything. So you save that money. In addition to that, and this 9,000 is reflecting on 90 of the 97 because there's still, as far as my knowledge, we're not 100% sure the stipend for the SPU will change, right? So that's up in the air. But right now, as it stands, it's 9,000. But if those additional devices will be added, then you're looking at $100 credit for those as well. And then we have this approval already, a network extender. Judge Cole brought to my attention that, hey, we're having some issues here at the courthouse and our network's not that well. People come visit, it's kind of congested. So we were able to get this network extender
no cost to you, so that's a $4,000 savings. And you know, we'll be delivering that to you in the next couple of days. So, I think that's the last. Yes. Any questions, John?
Well, you know, I'm not never for taking money away from my employees, so here you go, want me to take all this money that we're paying them. Just so you can give us your phones, it's gonna get thrown in the trash and tore up out in the country where we're at. Might work for law enforcement, but it's not gonna work at precinct 2. We just put it that way. I'm not gonna ask those guys to carry 2 phones. That's not gonna happen.
Right.
But, and then when those phones get tore up that you've given us, they're what, $1,000 phone probably?
There's about $600.
$600? I don't know. I still got this one, you know. This is a Verizon phone though. It's better than what you carry by a long shot.
I got you.
So,
How many people, sir?
huh?
How many people in that department you're talking about?
11.
11? I mean, so
I'm not gonna carry a county phone, and I'm not gonna ask them to either, because they're gonna carry their phones regardless.
I understand.
Their phone's more important than the county phone to us. That's just where I stand on it. I don't know where the rest of these guys stand, but you know,
Well, it really didn't make sense for Road and Bridge because I don't wanna, if those guys come in and I give them a county phone, when they come in the afternoon, it's going on the counter and getting plugged in and they're going home and I still gotta call them on their phone.
yeah, it's not gonna fly for Road and Bridge. I'm not in my department.
I don't know how this, I don't know what SPU is gonna feel about it.
Well, okay, hold up right there, because I got a question about SPU. SPU is to the state,
It's passed through.
so it is pass through money.
That's why they're separate.
Yeah.
So Jack and them are gonna look at that next year.
Okay, all right, well, so you really need to take them out of the equation, in my opinion.
yeah,
Because they're, I mean, yes, the money comes through us, but it's pass through money, so whatever TDC decides to do with the state, then that's on them, as far as I'm concerned. I just wanted to hit on that while you.
Yeah, well, that's where I was going. I don't know where SPU is and I don't know where the rest of the stipends are. You know,
Well, and.
I know my employees have it except my secretary. She didn't want it.
So all y'all's employees have stipends for phone?
So
$50 a month.
And where are we at with the sheriff and them? I mean, I don't know. Y'all carry your own phones, Brandon?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a department he'd call, I would think, not
I
really a
did.
commissioner's call.
So I did visit with the chief just a
Did you?
little bit, yeah, about this.
I was gonna call him and I didn't do it. So.
He may be, and I'm not speaking for him, but he has a good point. They do, Brandon and them do use their own phones. So being in law enforcement, that's a little different deal. I don't know that, you know, we need to be taking the calls that they take on their personal phones as far as return calls or problem calls. So I could see maybe where sheriff department may want to look into it, you know, as far as getting employees and phones. I'll be honest with you, man, when I've been here a while, we done this. I had 2 phones, carried 2 phones forever. Back then, I've got a Verizon phone. It was singular, and I hardly ever used it because they buy you the cheapest dang phone that you could get, and the service sucked. And I used my phone 99.9% of the time. And so, having, like Ronnie said, taking $40 a paycheck out away from these guys to give them a cheap phone that may or may not work, that I'm still gonna have to call them on a normal phone. I mean, that's the reason I've had this number forever. Is because of that simple fact right there. Is everybody called me on that phone. The open records deal, if this is not my personal phone, if it is a county phone, and I come to work for the county and I take 1 call or 2 calls or catch 1 email on my personal phone, it's still subject to the same open records. You know, so yeah, it would be nice to potentially save. I think your numbers are a little screwed. But once this plan that you're throwing at us goes out, we're gonna be back in the same boat again. You know, because it's gonna play out eventually.
may I respond?
I'm still listening, don't get me wrong, but I've got some pretty good concerns about just jumping ship.
Okay.
You know?
Let me respond first of all to like the Brandon, Mr. Ronnie, Mr. Brandon, in reference to your employees having 2 phones. Yes, you know, that's a little bit of a burden. I understand that. That's, you know, that's understandable. What you're getting is the priority on the network. That's the main point, okay? When your guys are out there, like, yes, the sheriff and public safety, your fire department, they need public safety emergency access, right? But when parks needs to be, let's say, connected with or reached out to because there's something that needs to be done on an emergency situation, and you're not on that network because everybody has their own, consumer account, right? And these people are trying to get in touch with you, that's gonna be a situation that it's not gonna be pretty when it happens. Now, I'm not saying that it should happen, hopefully it happens or anything like that. All I'm saying is you're in a better situation by having the plan that gives you the priority information that you need in the event that there's an emergency. So, that's a little burden that you may have to deal with. At the same time, you know that your guys are set up for success in the event something like that happens. In reference to Mr. Judge Danny, we do not give you the dirtiest phones. The iPhone 15 is top of the line device from Apple. I mean, right now we're in the 17th generation or whatever generation you want to call it, but that's a nice phone that everybody's been fighting about. So yes, there's going to be some phones that are
Fighting over an iPhone?
I'm sorry?
They're fighting over iPhones?
Of course, everybody.
What the hell's wrong with them?
Okay, so while you're talking about that, explain to me. If we took these phones, are they gonna have insurance on them?
They will not have insurance. And that's the reason why is because the DIR purchasing agreement has not allowed, the state of Texas has not allowed us to, sell that product.
Okay, so if they don't have insurance on them, and
You know what's gonna happen in Road and Bridge, right?
this phone here is, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I've had several of them. You can chunk, I've tore up one.
It's like a heavy duty device.
Yeah, it's I don't know, it's the same as them little phones.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of y'all phones. I got
But
one.
they are very, I mean, I've dropped it from pretty high up concrete. Them iPhones, first thing gonna happen, the screen's gonna shatter on them. You're gonna be talking about replacement cost and.
But I wanna make a really important point here. You're talking about iPhones and it's a 15 model and it's the greatest thing ever. I get all that. My kids can tell you all about it. I don't care. At the county level, my county employees, we don't need an iPhone. We need something when it rings, you can open it, the flip phone will be fine. What are you gonna download on a county phone that you need a miniature computer? And I mean this intentionally. I mean, the road and bridge guys don't have emails. Most of them don't anyways.
But
not checking your email.
Yeah.
You're not, I mean, if you're gonna download like a weather app that's not down on there, how are you gonna do that through the county? Is the county gonna set up its own, I don't know what it's called, your own?
Yeah, because we can't do it on our iPads. We can't add our own stuff.
What can you download on that iPad?
I can't put anything on there.
You can't put anything that you really could use on there.
It has to be administrative, right?
That's what I'm getting, that's the
Yeah.
point I'm getting at.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I agree. I'm kind of like, I think this would be a big deal. So I would really think I would probably poll our elected officials and department heads, ask them what their preference is and their employees' preference. Do you want a second phone or are you good with a stipend? And then put together that data to say, hey, we have 97 lines. We got 15 department heads that their employees like, we work in an office all day. I'm cool with 2 phones. This department's over here don't. This is how many we need. And then I think you put it out for a bid and let everybody come in with the same data, same information, and quote you a service. This is a huge investment, a big investment. And that's what I think we should do is go, if we're going to look at this, survey, find out who wants what in their particular department. Because I would stay with the stipend for us just because, like I say, I see how my guys treat their phones.
I know.
And I know. And I'm not going to go to them.
that's why I asked about the insurance.
Yeah, this one fell out of your pocket. You ran over with a tractor.
Yeah.
You owe me $700.
Well, I think it really, ought to be a department head call more than anything, because some departments may need it.
Well, and that's why I bring up sheriff's department. They may be on the other side of this. I
They
mean,
may be.
I don't, I'll agree with him. I don't think Brandon ought to be making work calls on his personal phone. You know,
He blackens the number when he calls me anyway.
Well,
This
and-
one's a
and-
workshop. It's a workshop,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
we can figure out,
Yeah.
is this something we move forward with or not? It's not a
Well, I
make
think
or
it's a
break
great-
decision today.
That's a good
But we do
conversation
have
to
more
have.
people than, like Ally. She can check emails and work from her iPhone
I
if
do
she
mine all
needed
the time.
to.
Yep.
Not all the time, but if a storm hits, Butch, Sherry, all them, they have their internet access
Yeah.
on an iPhone, with tablets down there. It's
Yeah.
a bigger picture than just a road and bridge thing.
Yeah.
If one department wants it, I think we should give them an option to say, yeah, they
Absolutely.
want it.
I agree.
So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
that,
Well, I mean,
but I just didn't want to go move forward until we talk
Yeah.
about it in court and say, yes, that's an option for us to look at.
Well, and something else, I'm
So-
assuming all these phones are gonna have internet service. You know, well, our deal with cyber training is if you have an email address, then you're subject to the cyber training every year. I don't know how TAC is gonna feel about
I think you
400 phones out there with internet service, you know.
I think you give them a phone, everybody takes the cyber training.
Well, that's what I'm getting
I
at.
think-
So, and of course, we're paying for that now too. You know, it's not free
Yeah.
anymore, so that's gonna drive the price up on that end of it.
Well, I think
Everybody has-
most of the people that are gonna do that are already doing the cyber training. So,
But I don't want to get into, this is do as I say, not
No,
as I
no,
do
no.
either.
that is not
Yeah.
any of this either. So I think it's opt in, opt out. If we're all with that, move forward and do something, looking at it further. But when we look at it from the emergency management side, we're using, what's that app we use when our internet goes down? Team, or no, not Teams.
What's that?
What? That's not WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Whatever it is we use to send messages to department heads. This will prioritize those services when we don't group me. Thank you, whoever said that. So we were looking at like FirstNet. It's that, what do y'all call it? The prioritized frontline. So it would give all of our employees that option, first in, first out on service on a phone. So,
Also that push to talk,
yeah.
on the radio on your phone. It's an app that you download. If you're out on an emergency, everybody has the phone. It is used as a radio at that point in time. You can push your button and talk to anybody in that area. You
Set
might,
up groups in it. It's better than an $8,000 radio.
So does that run
We'd love to
through?
go Verizon.
Let me clarify that.
yes, thank you.
It's gonna work because the data that is going through that call is just voice, right? So there's minimal data. So you are on a low band, like let's say 1 or 2 bars, then a push to talk service is gonna work just fine because it doesn't need that much data. Does that make sense? So
Is that like
like trying to,
Kentucky?
yeah, yes, sir.
If you have service.
Okay.
But now you are talking about, they're talking about integrating to satellite. So when it goes down, that phone turns into a stat phone.
Now, currently, we do have access to, for example, I'm just gonna use the iPhone because that's the example, right? It can grab onto an emergency situation, there's nothing, right? And there's a satellite within, I guess, a certain angle, then you can send a text message using it. So we already have that service. And let me piggyback on what Judge Colt said in reference to, this is a workshop, right? So I used the iPhone 15 as an example, right? As something that we can provide to you. But look, we're not here to say, hey, here's what we're going to do for you. We can come back to the table and the parts department says that, we need hardcore phones. Well, we can work with finance and give you the device that you need, that you want for the price, like I mentioned here, let's say. Okay, so the discussion is open. It's not hey, here's one cookie, everybody eats the same cookie. We can cook the cookie however you want it. Does that make sense? And we're willing to listen to what you guys have to say. Now, also in reference to departments, who should have what, I'm not here to say, hey, I want all you guys to have phones. That's not what I'm saying. This is being offered to you. There's a number that I was given to work with, so I use those numbers as an example. If, let's say, half of the Walker County, because those department heads decide to do this, great, no problem. Hey, we're still friends. And the other people don't want to do it, that's okay too. Okay, so we want to partner with you. I'm not here as a salesperson to say, hey, I want to sell you this. I talked to the purchasing department. I talked to the judge. I heard the different kinds of obstacles that exist here in the county. And this is kind of like a solution that we can help you guys with.
And it's also, we may save money, but we're like if we say, hey, Ally wants a phone, well, she may get $100. Well, now I can give Shelley a phone and we're still saving money. So, even when we save money, we may spend half of it back, but we're giving our employees better service.
Well, and the thing that, I mean, you throw this $140,000 out there, and people see that. And, to me, it feels like it's a little bit of pressure on us to pushing this. Well, it's probably not gonna work, but
It don't work with me.
but we'll look at the options anyhow.
But in that number, we did save how much money on just the auditing what we're paying? What was that number?
No.
We went and audited all these numbers that we're paying on ex-employees.
Yeah, and
It was like 60 something lines we were still paying.
yeah,
That
it should've been pulled
did,
off.
right,
Yeah,
that did come out
absolutely.
of this conversation. So some of these
That's always
numbers,
a plus to it.
if we don't change anything, we're still capturing some of this money.
Yeah, well, you
So-
cleaned up what had been
Right.
cleaned up. Yeah.
So,
Not that tired.
I mean, it may be needed
So-
in areas, but I mean, for my area, I would say
yeah,
no,
it's one of those things, it's in or out, it doesn't matter. So,
Well,
but if y'all are good with
I do know
moving
that-
forward,
that
we
the
can,
sheriff's department in the White House, they just,
and we were trying to get them.
they don't pay nothing. So these guys are using their phones and not getting a stipend.
And a lot of this came out when we started having to pay for those chips on the body cams and all that. That's where all this started, trying to figure out how to save that $35,000 increase.
Cleanup we've done
Lot
through
of
the
cleanup.
building, that's.
Yep.
But he's the.
I'll be okay with moving forward on it.
Oh, yeah,
But like saying,
We can get with Cheryl and Laura and send a kind of a survey out to the department head, see where they're at, opt in, opt out, look at it. So, cause they did have they had Android phones and all that you could pick. We just middle of the road what it is. So
y'all still got the good phones, right?
iPhone 15, Android phone, the phone that the gentleman, Commissioner Danny showed, that Harvard said flip phone. Have a phone like that, I think several of them.
Good phone.
If you want a basic phone that's
Nobody can hear you.
hardcore, we have those too.
You are not listening to me.
and the other thing we were looking at, they have these little push to talk radios for standby for emergencies that we can set in a closet. So like if y'all go out and fight a fire, y'all have 2 radios apiece. We can give you those. Laura hits a button, activates them. Now every one of your guys has a push to talk radio. We get done with it, we deactivate it. It's emergency management side too, coming in all the conversation. So, and how could we pay for it without hitting the budget?
But also your cell phone will have that application, which gives you the service for free.
Right. So
Again,
Good presentation.
download those.
Thank you. Any other questions?
No, you still got a good phone, right?
Yes, sir.
We just give you the authority
Want me to move forward with this? You gotta say yes.
now.
Okay. All right, gentlemen, thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, dude.
Before you leave now, see, I've been
I'm staying.
rising so long, we got 438 numbers here.
Cheryl, do you need any information from us for that survey and all?
Other numbers.
All right, no executive session, public comments. Questions from media, questions from Commissioners Court.